Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're looking at something really fascinating. It's a tool designed to help couples build a relationship that can actually go the distance. And it all boils down to one thing: truly understanding yourself and your partner on a much, much deeper level, connecting who you are on the inside with how you act on the outside. I mean, that's the big question, right? How do you build a love that actually lasts? With all the advice out there, finding a real, clear path to a strong partnership can feel, well, a little overwhelming. But what if the answer starts with just getting a better handle on who you both really are? And that's exactly where this AntarBHAYA report from IKSC Knowledge Bridge comes into play. You can think of it as a literal bridge to understanding, giving you and your partner a shared language to talk about your life together. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at what ANTARBHAYA even means. Then, we'll explore the two sides of you, your outer self using something called the DISC model, and your inner drivers. After that, we'll see how those combine into 4 really cool archetypes. And then, this is the best part, how the report compares you and your partner to kickstart the most important conversations you'll ever have.
So first up, let's get into the name of this thing, because it's not just a fancy title, it's really the whole idea behind the report.
The word AntarBahya is all about capturing the whole you. It's about building a connection, a bridge, between your inner world, that's the Antar, and your outer world, the Bahya. The goal is to get your actions in sync with your deepest values. Let's make that super simple. Antar is like your internal compass. It's your core beliefs, your values, it's the why behind everything you do. Bahya, on the other hand, is how you actually move through the world. It's your behavior, how you talk to people, it's the how of what you do. And this report looks at both. So how does the report actually map these two worlds? Well, it starts with the outside, the Bahya. And to understand your behaviors, it uses a really well-known framework called the DISC model. All right, so DISC breaks things down into 4 main styles. You've got D for dominance. These are your direct, results-driven folks. Then I for influence, which is all about being optimistic and great with people. S is for steadiness. Think calm, supportive, all about keeping the peace. And finally, C for compliance, the analytical, precise types who love accuracy. The key thing to remember is that we're all a unique mix of these 4. And check this out. This is how the report shows it to you. This plot is basically your behavioral fingerprint. You get to see your natural at-home self compared to how you might change or adapt your style when you're at work or out in public. It's a pretty cool look at how flexible we are. Okay, now we go deeper. We've seen the how you behave. Now let's get to the why. This is the Antar, your inner world, and the report measures this with a framework of 7 core drivers, basically the things that really motivate you. These 7 drivers are kind of like the secret forces behind our decisions. Are you someone who's really motivated by harmony and beauty? That's the aesthetic driver. Or maybe you're all about practical results and getting a return on your investment. That's economic. For others, it might be the need to be independent, or the desire to help people, or just a real thirst for knowledge. The report lays out your personal drivers in a simple bar chart like this one. So just at a glance, you can see which values matter the most to you, the ones that are pretty much non-negotiable and secretly shape your entire life. This is really the core of who you are. So what happens when you put it all together? When you combine your outer behavior with your inner drivers? Well, this is where the magic really happens. You get these 4 powerful, holistic archetypes that give you a complete picture of yourself. First up is the authority pioneer. Think of this as your inner leader. It's that part of you that wants to take charge, push the envelope, and find new ways of doing things. It's a mix of assertive behavior and a real drive for influence. Then you have the compassionate visionary. This is the part of you that inspires people and creates connection. It's driven by a desire to help and imagine a better future, mixing an influential style with a really deep-seated need to champion important causes. Next is the Custodian of Graceful Systems. This archetype is your stabilizer. It's that amazing gift for creating order, supporting people, and just keeping everything in harmony. It combines that steady, patient behavior with a need for structure and a real desire to take care of things and people. And finally, we have the Analyst of Structured Beauty. This is your inner strategist. It's that sharp eye for detail and precision. It combines an analytical approach with a deep motivation for knowledge and for creating really elegant, smart solutions. Okay, now for the part that I think is the most powerful. It's how the report brings all of this together for a couple. See, it's not just about knowing yourself, it's about understanding each other. This is where it goes from an individual assessment to a real relationship tool.
And look at this. The report puts your archetype scores right next to your partner's. So bam, you can instantly see where you just click, Maybe you're both super strong custodians. But, and this is crucial, you also see where you're different. These are those stretch zones, the areas that could cause a little friction if you're not aware of them.
This chart here brilliantly tells the whole story. It overlays your profile right on top of your partner's, showing you the complete dynamic, how your inner drivers and your outer behaviors interact with theirs. It's like a map of your relationship's unique landscape, all in one glance.
So you get all this incredible data, right? But the real value isn't just in the numbers. The true power of this report is in the conversations that it's designed to start. The report actually gives you customized conversation starters based on your results, questions just like this one. It helps you move from just looking at data to actually talking. It's not about judgment, it's about genuine curiosity. Hey, I see that structure is really important to you more than it is to me. How can we make that work for both of us? And that's really the main takeaway here. This whole thing isn't a test to see if you're compatible. No way. It's a toolkit, a practical guide to help you turn these insights into actual action, to talk about your differences with empathy, and to build a shared language you can use for the rest of your lives together.
So it kind of leaves you with this final thought, doesn't it? Understanding yourselves is step one. But the real change, the real magic, happens in the conversation that comes next. So, what's the one conversation, sparked by this kind of clarity, that could really change your future together?